Hi all, my name is Jeffrey Weisenba and I'm the director of the Content Studio team at Meta. My job is to bring products and brands like Facebook, Instagram, Threads, WhatsApp, and our AI-powered Ray-Ban Meta glasses to life across social media platforms, and not just the ones we own. I'm so happy to be here to speak with you all about bringing your own brands and products to life across social. With so many platforms out there like Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Threads, YouTube, and even multiple surfaces across those like Feed, Reels, Shorts, Explore, For You pages, Stories. It's a lot and can feel overwhelming, feeling the need to be everywhere at all times. With over 4 billion people across these social media platforms worldwide, it's no longer a question of whether or not to use these platforms, but really how to use which ones effectively to hit your goals. First, it's all about understanding your product, business, brand, and the target audience you want to reach. Once you have that ideal audience in mind, let's get started. Define your niche. Identify what sets your toys and games apart from others in the market. What makes them unique? What values do they represent? Be specific. Write it down and own that niche. Choose the right platforms. Focus on platforms where your target audience is most active. Are you trying to reach parents, young people, or other businesses? Hone your content and efforts for that specific audience on that specific platform. You can't be all things to all people, so you need to be specific and commit. Instagram and TikTok are great places to reach an engaged young audience. LinkedIn is perfect for other entrepreneurs and parents. YouTube is great for those audiences that might be searching and want to go deep with your product. Account check. I know most of you are already active across these platforms, so it's a good idea to do an account health check every so often. Most platforms allow you to choose a creator or business account, which open up additional features and measurement tools. So be sure to update your account type to what's most relevant for you. On Instagram and some other platforms, search for account status in settings. This is a way to find out if you posted something that goes against community or recommendation guidelines, and if it may lead to account restrictions and limitations, which could limit your content being discovered. There you can review and appeal any possible issues. Now to the fun stuff. Create engaging content. Simple, easy, right? No. The days of square photos across IG and other social platforms are over. Short form video content that is under 90 seconds shared to feed is the most engaging content across all these platforms. Focus your efforts there. Keep the production value to a minimum. If content feels out of place or like a blatant ad, people are more apt to skip or scroll right by it. So when you're creating this content, think of how you yourself use these platforms and what engages or entertains you. Usually that's content that's super engaging in the first 3 seconds and typically produced with a phone that hooks people's attention. Sweet spot for engagement is with videos between 30 to 90 seconds. The frequency you post, new videos and reels, is just one factor of many, but we found that when we look at creators with the greatest net follower growth rates, we see on average they do post 10 or more reels per month. Focus on share-worthy content. So when the algorithm is looking at ways to rank or to deliver the most relevant content to the most relevant audiences, shares, whether that's DMs or stories, are the top thing it looks at. So when you're making content, think about content that might make people send it to a friend or someone they care about. It could be funny, surprising life hack, or something super relatable or surprising. And related to sharing, what's your business's take on a trend or viral video? As you watch, discover, or hear about trending content, whether that's relevant audio, music, or even other videos, think of ways your game or business can include itself in that cultural moment. Is your game very demure, very mindful, or did the creator make a relatable parent struggle/hack? Utilize the remix or green screen features to bring your reaction or spin on the trend. Find those relevant moments that people are looking or searching for and inject your game and business into it. Use hashtags strategically. Research relevant hashtags and use them consistently to build your community. Hashtags have definitely evolved over the years and don't guarantee discovery to a broad audience, but they can help you reach and engage a passionate audience that might be clicking into these hashtags to go deeper. I'd recommend adding anywhere from 3 to 6 relevant tags. Any more might be perceived as irrelevant and attempts to spam. Collaborate with other creators, entrepreneurs, and businesses. Partner with these other creators and makers who align with your brand values and target audience. They can help amplify your message and reach new audiences. Be sure to use the collab feature. It's a way to co-author posts with up to 5 other accounts. The creator of the original post can invite other accounts as collaborators. Once an invite is accepted, their username will be added to the post and the post will be shared with their followers. It's a great way to expand the reach of those all involved. Engage with your audience. Respond to comments and messages within the first 24 hours. This encourages conversations and builds relationships with your followers. Asking a question or responding with a meaningful reply, more than just emojis or basic reactions, helps deepen those connections and encourages additional layers of engagement. This is important. Monitor your insights and analytics. Each platform offers pretty extensive internal insights into your content. Again, focus on who you're reaching and what kind of content is shared the most. One tip is a strategy to lift the floor. How do I build on content performance learnings that may lift the overall account engagement and reach averages? Take a look at your top 5 or 10, bottom 5 and 10 in terms of reach and engagement, and see if there are any common themes or learnings. Did your bottom 5 or 10 posts have a lot of text on them? Were they all photos? Did it take too long to get to the action in each video? Definitely take learnings and lean into what's working with your top performers. But the most meaningful changes can happen when you optimize your content from the floor up. You can also gain more insights into when your audience is most active. You can find this information in your professional dashboard under Follower Insights. Try posting when your followers are most active across your platforms. Ads and boosting. I think all social efforts start with a strong organic presence of a brand, but there's definitely a place for ads and boosting, but use these strategically. Are you trying to build up a larger followership or base of your target audience? Run a follower acquisition, reach campaign, and targeting them. Do you have a specific product that you're trying to get in the hands of your target audience? Look at the insights and analytics, find your highest reaching, most goal-oriented content, and then boost that to get it in front of the audience that matters most to you. Amplifying the hits is about getting already successful content in front of more people, which means a higher ROI because it's proven to already engage people who have seen it. Okay, some FAQs. Realize this is a lot, and so I want to use this time to address some frequently asked questions that you all might have. First up is what types of things can limit my distribution on Instagram? So there's certain things that can limit your distribution, so here are some things to avoid. Non-recommendable content. Don't post content that violates our recommendation guidelines. If you do, it will be filtered from our recommendation systems. Engagement bait. Really, that's ways that people like to game the system. Examples of this are questions that have one-word replies or emojis. So focus on increasing authentic engagement with your community. We will filter or demote content if we determine a piece of content is engagement bait. Watermarks. Ditch the watermarks. Third-party watermarks on your reel may be impacting its reach. So producing something on another platform, bringing it over with that watermark, it will get impacted. Posting content that you didn't make. Don't repost content that is already on Instagram. When we find 2 or more identical pieces of content, we will only recommend the original one. And reels over 90 seconds. We recommend videos to unconnected audiences that are 90 seconds or less and find that the sweet spot for engagement is with reels between 30 and 90 seconds. Why do I experience follower loss shortly after I post? Which is not a great feeling. When you first share or post a reel, people you follow are typically the first to see it. Some followers may choose to like that reel and engage with it, and others might choose to unfollow as people regularly curate the accounts that they follow. This may result in some initial follower loss. However, as your reel is shown to more people who don't follow you, the likelihood of new followers does go up. So be patient, don't get discouraged by short-term metrics. Look at the big picture over time, especially since it can take time for your total potential audience to see your reel. Another one is, do posting to stories help you grow your followers? Stories are a great way to engage your followers and share everyday moments that make them feel close to your content. We found that creators who regularly post to stories often experience fewer unfollows. And because of that, there is a positive correlation with overall net follower growth over time. However, since stories mostly appear to the people who follow you or visit your profile, posting to stories doesn't typically drive as much growth as other formats that are recommended to wider audiences, such as Reels. All in all, building your brand and business on social media requires creativity, experimentation, and engagement. And as the saying goes, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Focus on trying new things and be willing to engage and evolve and change it up if you don't feel like things are working. And when it feels overwhelming or like you've tried it all, I suggest using new technologies such as AI for new creative prompts or ideas that you can just have fun with. As emerging women, toy, and game inventors and designers, you have a unique opportunity to bring fresh perspectives and innovative ideas to the industry. I hope these tips, tricks, and best practices were helpful. I'm excited to see your content out there. Wishing you all success. Thank you.